The Sony PlayStation 2 was the second installment in the PlayStation lineup of consoles, originally released in Japan on March 4th, 2000. It quickly became one of the most requested consoles out at the time. To this day, the PlayStation 2 is one of the best-selling consoles of all time and is considered by some to be the greatest console. The console technically made games until 2014, when the last PlayStation 2 game was released. The game was Pro Evolution Soccer 2014, published by Konami. It is truly remarkable that games were being made up to 14 years after the original release of the console. The best-selling PlayStation 2 game was, of course, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, selling a total of 27.5 million copies worldwide. Though, some might be shocked to learn that the PlayStation 2 might have had a role in a government conspiracy regarding Saddam Hussein. Christmas of 2000, a story was leaked on a website called WorldNet Daily, claiming that military intelligence had been tracking at least 4,000 consoles ordered by Saddam Hussein. The article even went on to state that the hard drive on a Sony PlayStation 2 was powerful enough that combining 20 of them would be enough to control a UAV, which is an unmanned aerial vehicle. It also went on to say that it could maybe be used to calculate ballistic data for missiles. Though many people have completely thrown out this conspiracy, stating that it would be virtually impossible for the PlayStation 2 to be powerful enough for anything of that nature. The Legend of Zelda was originally released in 1986, published by Nintendo. The game series has had many different installments over the years, on all types of consoles. It even got its own animated American TV series and some manga adaptations by Nintendo in 1997. The Legend of Zelda is easily, without a doubt, one of the most iconic video game series of all time, and your main protagonist Link being one of the most recognizable characters of all time. In the series, you are always a protagonist named Link, whose main goal in the game is to rescue Princess Zelda from her captor, Ganondorf. The Zelda games typically feature a great mixture of puzzle, action-adventure gameplay, and heaps of exploration. All of this combined makes for a truly engrossing endeavour, and that is made apparent by the fans of the series worldwide. Not to mention how large and strong the fanbase is, even to this day. To most people's surprise, there are quite a few people who believe that there is hidden Nazi propaganda throughout the game. It went unnoticed by many until pictures surfaced online showing that the dungeons of Hyrule take on many different shapes. One was shaped in the form of a lion, another a snake, and one a swastika? When this was discovered, many people jumped on the bandwagon, believing that the franchise was trying to corrupt the youth with Nazi propaganda. Many concerned parents demanded that The Legend of Zelda be pulled from the shelves, not wanting the children subjected to what they believed was encouraging an evil ideology. Some claim that the swastika map isn't a swastika at all, but instead a manji, which is the Buddhist symbol for good fortune. Truly, the only people that will ever know if it is a swastika or a manji are the creators of the game. One of Bethesda Game Studios' most popular game franchises is Fallout. Arguably, the most popular Fallout game is that of Fallout 3, released worldwide on October 2008. The game takes place in the year 2277, 100 somewhat years after the fall of mankind due to nuclear war. Earth is now a plagued wasteland, filled with enemies at every turn, such as raiders, super mutants, and even in a popular DLC, aliens. You play as a child raised in Vault 101, where a lucky few people were able to go when the nuclear bombs fell. Vault 101 has kept people safe inside the vault for generations from the outside world. Through a series of unfortunate events, your main protagonist has to leave the comfort of the vault in order to search for their father. A simple mission of a child in search of their parent quickly turns into the weight of the wasteland being dropped upon their shoulders. The game was an instant success, selling over 600,000 units during its initial month of release. It even sold more than Bethesda's other popular game, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Since the game is so popular, it comes to no surprise that there are many fan theories, but none come close to being as mysterious as the Fallout radio conspiracy. One of the biggest characters from the game is named DJ 3Dog. If you decide to kill 3Dog, he will be replaced by the radio technician named Margaret, who you are unable to kill for some reason. Some players who reportedly killed 3Dog, skipped the Galaxy News radio missions, and destroyed Raven's Rock, began to once again hear the voice of 3Dog on Galaxy News radio. This makes no sense because, as stated previously, they killed 3Dog in their save file. But for some reason, this 3Dog is much different. 3Dog begins to list out numbers, which are typically followed by Morse code. Some players have translated these chilling codes, and what they have found is truly unsettling. One such code predicted the death of famous actor Gary Coleman, who died on May 28, 2010. Another code even allegedly predicted the BP oil spill. Some think that these events were just staged by Bethesda, but Bethesda has since released a statement denying such allegations. Some fear what the next set of codes might tell us of the future to come. Madden NFL is an American football video game franchise published by EA Sports. The franchise has sold over 100 million copies worldwide. The series' original name in the early 1990s was John Madden Football, before renaming it in 1993. The game franchise is one that is growing stronger with each passing year. The games feature pictures of the most popular NFL players of that given year on the covers, like many other sports games do. You can play Madden on a range of different platforms such as iPhone, Nintendo, GameCube, PlayStation, Xbox, Mac OS, and even DOS. American football is no novice when it comes to superstitions. That is why the most famous video game conspiracy you've probably never heard before is the Madden cover curse. For those of you that are in the dark about this curse, it is said that once a player has appeared on the cover of a Madden NFL game, the next season they will either get injured or his team will have a terrible season. Now this of course is not always the case, as many have broken this alleged curse, but there are a surprising amount of NFL players that fear this curse and refuse to be on the cover. But for many, vanity typically takes priority over superstition. For example, Marshall Faulk had an extraordinary season in 2001, until he appeared on the cover of Madden in 2002. After that, his performance during games dropped significantly, and was even practically crippled by injuries all season long. He is now a supposed believer in the Madden curse.